BC, how are we? Thanks for tuning in again. Vinyl Boy Trigger. This one's going to be my second instalment of what's been under my needle lately. So, we all love to show what we find, and we all love the dig and all sorts of stuff. But go for a dig in your collection. I mean, you find great stuff in there, stuff you forget about, stuff that just you just been pushed back somewhere and deep into your brain, and yeah, so just go for a dig through your collection, and you'll find some great stuff. So yeah, here we go. Stones, big hits, High Tide and Green Grass. Shannon D just did a recent ranking of the Stones albums. Great video. Don't know it, check it out. Can't remember where this one rated, but yeah, I mean, traditionally I haven't been hugely into the Stones. Obviously know their major tracks growing up, but haven't sought a lot of their albums. I think I've probably only had a comp in my CD collection of theirs. But since I've been doing this vinyl thing and learning to appreciate a bit more finer musics in life, styles, genres, I've been finding more and more Stones, and especially the early stuff, and I really love it. I love that blues, grassroots. I think it's what they're best at, and it's their, it's their best style, I think. So, and I'm really digging into it. So this one's a comp from. It's a nice booklet. Get that in there, boys. 6-page booklet, which is nice. 1966. So if you've got a comp in 1966, you've been around for a long time. This one's on the Decca. The Decca, just no D, just Decca. And I've been trying to put my albums onto Discogs, but generally, I started going through A's and then just got a bit monotonous. So just as I play them, I'll just punch them in if I haven't put them in yet. And it's sort of found this is an Australian pressing. Got a few scratches, not great condition, but it's fine. And actually, this is a mono pressing as well. And looking into Discogs a bit more, it's actually a bit more of a rare one. It's actually worth, I think, some probably VG or near mint copy was like $130, and that's because this particular one had dual music, lead music, something else in there, but basically had those 4 names, little icon sort of things on there, so I was very happy with that. I think I picked it up for like 50 cents at some stage. So yeah, great songs. I mean, geez, obviously comp. What's on here? Sorry. Come on. Okay, Paint It Black. What a song. That should be included in my driving mix, actually. Last Time, Heart of Stone, Not Fade Away, come on. A couple covers, that's a Buddy Holly one, and Chuck Berry. Can't Get No Satisfaction, Get Off My Clouds, Tears Go By, Little Red Rooster, Time's on My Side. What a great album. Great album. So very happy to have that one, and happy it's a mono, and that's the general cover. I think you see is more common possibly over there, but yeah, so awesome. One of the, I don't know if they're original, but earlier maybe, supergroups. Man, these guys are awesome. Awesome musicians in their own right. I think they're all in the Hall of Famers. You put them together, wow. I've had this about a year now. Didn't really know of it, and love it. Great songs. Just simple songs too. Like Almost Got My Hair Cut, and just goes on about almost getting his hair cut. And what else? Our House. It's 2 cats in the front, and something on the side, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, great album, love it. Neil Young is probably my favourite out of all those, and when he sings, it just makes me melt, basically. Just love the bloke. Probably side one is better than side two, and this Neil Young Country Girl is probably the only Neil Young song so far that I've just hasn't really blown me away. It was just acceptable. Cheers, just a cup of tea. Haven't had a beer with you guys yet, guys and girls, but generally I do my videos in the mornings, and I do a fair few afternoon sort of shifts at work, so yeah. Traveling Wilburys, super group. This is one of my 10 bests on the where Andy's give me 10 perfect albums. Love it, front to back. Yeah, all awesome songs, but Tweeter and the Monkey Man, unbelievable. End of the line. Congratulations, everything. Awesome. Never get tired of bringing that one out. Gotta make sure you bring out your top, your perfect albums. Don't get sick of them. Bit of Sinatra, mate. Cool, swinging, groovy music. You know what he's like. Just how many albums he's got out? Like, jeez. One song that I haven't found. Song that I haven't found on any of the albums that I've got yet is New York, New York. What album is it on? It's obviously on one of those comps, but is it on just a standard sort of album? This has got Lonesome Road, Stars Fell in Alabama, Sunny Side of the Street, Old Black Magic, Almost Like Being Love. Man, awesome. The Fix, this is one I showed a while ago. It was sort of like I wouldn't say blind buy. I have heard of these guys, but didn't really know anything about them. Sort of power pop-ish, 79, 82, sort of post-punkish. Just wanted to, so I bought it and then just had a couple listens to it. This is their debut album. Good stuff. Sort of Talking Heads, Duran Duran-ish. Sort of like, yeah. So if you see any of those, check them out. Beatles, Yellow Submarine. Gotta whack that on now and again. Probably rated by most people as their least popular Beatles. And that's probably because you've got the orchestric or orchestra thing, vibe, orchestra music. Oh, it's terrible. On one side, but it's still a fine listen, But it's like one great songs. Hey, Yellow Submarine, Hey Bulldog, All You Need Is Love. Nah, you gotta whack that on now and again. Let's see what pressing that on. And it's sort of been, probably, I guess, obviously, being from Australia, most of mine are in Australian pressings. This one's probably pretty standard, obviously. It's an Australian one, but I think that label's pretty standard. So, but I guess there'd be a few labels down here a little bit different from up there. David Bowie, Young Americans. This is a cool, just groovy album. Just sitting back, just chilling. Really nice. I got Young Americans, Fascination, Fame, Across the Universe, that Beatles cover, which some people sort of say they don't really understand. Oh well. Why not? So not a hugely talked about album. This one was 75, so Young Americans, nice. Playing at the moment in the background is one I showed as well recently. It was a blind buy as well. Resurrection Band. Cool. It's rocking. What were their names? Basically, it was a husband and wife team with some other fellas. I don't know. I think it's those two, but I could be wrong. What year was this? 78. Yeah, it's a Christian rock, but I think they were sort of known for sort of helping Christian rock go into sort of mainstream rock, possibly. That could be totally wrong, but yeah, it's something to do with that. All the way around. Anyway, Not too bad. CCR. Love them. Love them. Man, I love CCR. I don't know any of it. There's not a song they released that I don't like. I just love looking at the faces. You know, these people. What amazing times. I don't know. Is that Woodstock? I don't know. They play at Woodstock. Just, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Just thinking, oh, man, what great times. Is anyone on the VC? Any of those people there? I think Headley found James Griffiths on the back of a cover. Some can't remember the band. Maybe there's someone from the VC on here. Anyway, this is one of those annoying things where the track list is not the same as the playlist. Why they do that? No idea. Starts with Pagan Baby, and that's just a classic CCR sound. Those drums, guitar, just love it. Love CCR. Need to get more of the albums. The Boss gets shown a fair bit, but you know, one of my other top 10s, and Captain Howdy just mentioned this one's probably in your collection. It's got to be in your collection, surely. No, what? Sorry, we'll move on. You know, great songs. I actually probably prefer side 2. Love the No Surrender, just that upbeat start for that. And probably Dancing in the Dark, unbelievable song. And My Hometown, love that song. Just thinking about your hometown, you try and instill that in your kids, and this is your hometown, just embrace it, enjoy it, and you know, try and make your hometown, I don't know, inspirational. Little Lionel Richie, Commodores. Yeah, you gotta love Lionel Richie. Great songs, Commodores. You know, Easy, Three Times a Lady, Lucy, Endless Love. He's actually just went out recently. We get delivered our local paper. It's free, and it's actually been raining, and it's all saturated. But as I was just walking past it, my driveway to get into the car, and it said hello, and is that Lionel Richie on the front of our local newspaper? He's actually coming to my town. I was supposed to bring it in and have a little read of it, but yeah, he's coming to my town soon, so cool. I might try and check him out. Excuse me. Deep Purple, Fireball. I've got a couple of Deep Purple albums, and I haven't listened to them a huge amount, but yeah, I love it. Just love that rock. I wouldn't say heavy metal, I'd say heavy rock. But yeah, so really into Deep Purple. I mean, I've only sampled a little bit of them, but everything I've heard from them I really love. Ritchie Blackmore. I hear people say Rainbow's better. Don't know Rainbow very well at all, so. But anyway, Harvest. Love them. Loving them, maybe. Bit of Dylan, Mr. D, Slow Train. Timothy Capello, he recently had this seal copy and saying, should I or should I not? Bloody oath, mate. Open it up and crank it on. It's great. Love awesome blues. Man, this is good. This is good stuff. I actually ended up listening to these. Actually, it was another Dylan one. I listened to on the same day, and I haven't put out Dylan album for ages, and then I realised from Shannon D again, was that she did a little thing for his birthday, happy birthday sort of thing, and I didn't know it was his birthday, but I pulled out those 2 albums on his birthday, and hadn't pulled one out for ages. So yeah, cool. Blood on the Tracks don't have a cover for this, just made one up from somebody else. I don't know who that is anyway, it's not his cover. I like it. Prefer Slow Train Coming. This is a bit more folky. Springsteen, Darkness. On the Edge of Town. It's a bit more raw Springsteen. Really like it. Adam Raised a Can's a great song. Darkness on the Edge of Town. Promised Land. Bad Love. Badlands. The Boss. What's this one on? Just to show you there. No gatefold. Bit of Inner, the Boss. What year was this? 78. Just on there. CBS. I think this is called the Sunburn Orange. Sunburn, is that right? There you go. And these other two were ones that I shown before as well. They were blind buys. The Yachts. Hadn't seen this one before. I've never seen anyone show it. I had to look up about these guys. Basically, they were power pop new wave 79 from Liverpool, UK. They had 2 albums. Actually initially called the Albert Dock Band, and something else actually as well. So obviously they've got a boating theme. A lot of their songs have got boating themes for some reason. Interesting, the Alan Dock Band, before these guys, come to these guys, actually played some early gigs with Sex Pistols, infamous Sex Pistols gigs. So how cool is that? And they also toured, I think, the US and possibly Europe with Joe Jackson and the Who. So it's not bad. It's all right. But if you see it out there, I'd pick it up for I wouldn't pay a lot for it. But yeah, never heard of the Yachts, and interesting. There's pretty good pedigree they've been hanging with. And the final one, The Planets. This is the other one that I picked up as a blind buy. Goon Hilly Downs. Now, it took me a long time to work out is the band called The Planets or the band's called Goon Hilly Downs. On like a bit of search, there's another band called, is it The Planets or Goon Hilly Downs? Hang on a sec. There's another band called The Planets, but they're more a classical crossover who actually made a debut supporting Deep Purple, which is interesting. But you do hear that where heavy metal is closely linked to classical. Anyway, but the band is, how am I going to know? I think the band is The Planets, and the album's called Goon Hilly Down. They are on Discogs, but I couldn't find a lot of information about them. But the main thing that keeps coming up is that Goon Hilly Down was a big radio communication satellite in Cornwall in the UK. It's been decommissioned now, though I think it's probably still there. And they all sort of played a key part in communications for a lot of events, like I think the Muhammad Ali fights, some Olympic Games, and the Live Aid in '85. So if you're in the UK, you could probably go down and see, I guess it's called the Dish. We've got one in Australia, a place called Parks, where they have an annual Elvis festival, and they call it the Dish. And there is actually a movie about that with Sam Neill called the Dish. But yeah, Planet, I really like this. This is good stuff. Let me remind myself again. Sort of new wave, poppy, really catchy tunes on this. So Iron for Iron's really good. I'm on Fire. There's some really good songs on this. If you just see this one, I'd pick it up. Thanks for watching. If you're still here. One other thing, last thing, just a bit of tech support. Just basically, I'm doing this on my iPad at the moment, so I'm going to show my phone. Basically, there's a site which I use, and just punch in any band's name, and it gives you a list of what's sort of known as their top. It rates their albums. Obviously, it's people's opinion, but it generally gives you a right sort of, a reasonable sort of idea about how their albums are rated. So it's called you can see that besteveralbums.com. Best ever albums. So that's what it looks like. So this is, for example, let's punch in a band. Let's do, say, for you metalheads out there, I don't have much metal for you guys, so let's do Anthrax. Anthrax, see if I can spell it. Anthrax. I'll just punch it in. Alright, and let's see what. So it actually tells you how they're rated, overall artists. So they're rated at 1,084 in the world. Okay, so Anthrax, I don't know if you can see that. 1,084, and then it goes through all their albums. So it shows you all their albums. So it'd be interesting what you guys think. Amongst the Living, the one, Spreading the Disease, Sound of White Noise, Attack of the Killer Bees, We've Come for You All, Worship Music, State of Euphoria, Fistful of Metal, Persistence of Time, For All Kings, and they've got 17 albums. So it tells you all their albums and they're rated, ranked, I guess from people's opinions. But yeah, so it's a good little app. So if you're out somewhere and you see a band that you don't know too well, and you see an album that you don't know how it's sort of rated for them, just punch it in there and it'll give you how it's rated. Anyway, thanks for joining me again. Look after yourselves, be well, and dig your collection. Vinyl by Trigger.